Hello everyone and welcome to Wolves News with me, Stephen Rogers.
And me, Jensen Rogers.
So firstly, we'd like to talk about Adam Armstrong, aren't we?
Yeah.
Being an absolute legend. He's handed over his number 9 shirt for Raul Jimenez, who's a bit of an icon at Wolves.
Yep.
Obviously left a couple of seasons ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
Went to Fulham and now he's joined us back in the Championship. He's only just obviously signed for us, and Armstrong has straight away give his shirt up. Any thoughts on that, Jensen?
I think it's good because Armstrong, number 9 is his, kind of kit number as well. Like his main kit number, like Cristiano Ronaldo with 7. But, yeah, I think it's good that he did. I thought if he didn't, I think he probably would have, worn the number 7 over Andre because he has obviously signed a contract. But I was kind of expecting it as well, but yeah, I mean, Senor, it's good for Armstrong to do that. But now let's get on to Adama Traore. He's actually a free agent now. Obviously playing for West Ham recently. Playing for 2 Premier League clubs this season, playing for Fulham and West Ham. Wolves are interested in him, but so are Spurs, obviously staying up. But I think because of them staying up, there is a chance that Mohamed Kudus, who has been injured a lot of the season, I'm not sure if he's back for Ghana yet. If he is, that will make it a bit harder for England. But England just won 4-2 against Croatia, so I don't think it'll be that hard. I think he could stay, but then also their left winger, Wilson Odobert, I think he can also play on the right wing if they really needed him to. Same with Kulusevski as well, who's been at the club for a while. If he does stay, obviously, it's hard to know if these players will stay because of the season that Spurs have had. I know they have stayed up, but only by the last game of the season. He's also... Odobert is a versatile attacker who can play either the right or left wing. He's also an option for Spurs on the right.
Yeah, if Adama does come back to Wolves, I think he's most likely going to be a starter.
Yeah.
Especially with being in the Championship, he did really well. He struggled in the Premiership a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's obviously got the pace for the Premier League. He's got the stamina and the strength for the Premier League. It's just the end product's a bit lacking. I think with the goalkeepers that probably aren't quite as strong in the Championship, he should do well.
Yeah, because also we had Pedro Neto back then as well, so he was going to fighting for a position over him. And I also think that he could definitely be a starter because obviously we got Matheus Mane, who's been absolutely amazing. The middle part of the season, and then to the end part of the season, obviously doing quite well against Fulham and Burnley on our final game of the Premier League 2026 season. But you could just put Mane into cam, and then Rodrigo Gomez could play on the left or right, so it doesn't really matter. So I do think he'll fit in, especially of how many players will probably be leaving. Thatcher could sometimes play on the wing, but I have a high chance that he'll be leaving because of Kieran Trippier. He's just confirmed that he's staying. But we'll get more into that in a second.
Yeah, so the next bit, obviously, the manager. I'm going to struggle with his name. Got to get used to this one.
Caesar. Yeah, I forgot his name already.
Cesar Piextio, I think.
Yeah, something like that. We'll start learning his name, guys, because obviously this is our first proper Wolves News channel. I know I've done one about who I think Wolves players that will stay. Only 3 of them though, but I'm here this time with my dad. Anyway, I also think it isn't the best decision, obviously coming in as the new manager over Rob Edwards. Getting sacked, and also Kieran Trippier has confirmed, like I said earlier, that he is staying at Wolves after a whole week of Wolves fans looking out for any news. But luckily, we have got a world-class right back for the Championship. What do you think about Rob Edwards getting sacked and then some Portuguese manager coming in?
I don't like managers keep going. He's not been there long enough. I think you need a bit of stability at a club, and I think when he come in, surely the understanding would be that you're most likely going down at that point.
Yeah.
So it's about trying to get as many points as you can. I think when we watched this game, we went to the games, we was kind of hoping the first thing is to get Burnley, catch up with Burnley.
Yeah.
We nearly got there. To overtake Burnley and then look at the next spot, because that's all you could do at that stage. And I think when you've took somebody in that late, surely you're not expecting to stay up.
Yeah.
And any points, we wasn't getting points before, so any points is great. I feel like they've done him a little bit dirty there. And I think with the whole news with Trippier, I think whether that's just the media or not, players, fans, staff, they like stability. So I think that if we brought him in, I'd like to think there's giving him a chance to get promoted straight away. So all I can think is the connection with Portugal and Wolves is strong.
But we don't really have much. I mean, we do have the odd few, but we don't have as much as we did in the past.
Yeah.
Like, I can only name a few. Obviously, we've got Totti, who I think will probably stay after having I think it was a tailbone injury a lot of the season. Mateus Mane has recently changed his nation from English to Portuguese, I'm pretty sure. And Rodrigo Gomez, Portuguese as well, but that's the only one that I can think of.
There is this slight connection with a few Brazilian players as well, isn't there, which obviously speak Portuguese and got close ties.
Like Pedro Lima.
Yeah. I think that what I would say is maybe that manager, there was interest in that manager before and the opportunity to sign him hadn't come up.
Yeah.
And then when the opportunity had come up, they felt it was too good to turn down. And I'd hope it's that, and it's this manager ends up being good, and they couldn't turn him down, as opposed to just jumping shit when there's no need to. But then a lot of Wolves fans have turned around and said, because of the position we was in, a lot of the time we was too defensive.
Yeah.
We was like trying not to concede, trying not to get beaten, as opposed to going, hang on, we need points.
Yeah.
We've got to not just open up at the back and concede loads of goals and get smashed every weekend, but we need to try and get the odd 3 points here and there.
Yeah, I also think when Rob Edwards came in around, he was in charge for around 8 months, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember the last manager's name.
No,
I can't remember
short
his
memory
name.
in football.
I remember the day he got sacked, and I was kind of happy, but he left Rob Edwards in kind of a sticky place to start. And I think the things that he done with Wolves, even though, yes, we have been relegated, but we never thought that we had a chance to catch up with Burnley on the last game of the season. Armstrong obviously scoring, I think it was 3rd minute of the game penalty. That got our hopes up, but just imagine getting above a Burnley and being 20th the whole season. Obviously, it didn't happen, but think about all the...
It was close, a lot closer than what you
it
was
was close.
over.
But think about all the other games. We drawn once he came in 2 months. We drawn against Everton. We won against West Ham. That was probably one of my favourite games. That's when Mane came out of his shell there. We've recently drawn against Fulham and Burnley in our last 2 games. Yeah, and Arsenal, last minute of Dozy. And there has been some other games where we played decently as well. It's just the beginning part of the season, the manager just couldn't do well with the new signings, obviously being Hugo Bueno, Santiago Bueno, Tachua, who obviously hasn't really performed as well as his title would say. But thank you for listening. If you want some more Wolves news, then make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. And make sure you comment down below your thoughts on most of the things here. And bye, guys.
Thank you all. Bye.